Good morning. I'm here to tell you about Group 6 Metals and our Dolphin Tungsten project, which is located on the southeastern coast of King Island in the Bass Strait. It's a very exciting time for the company. We've commenced construction and we're targeting production of first concentrate in early 2023. Group 6 Metals for a long time was known as King Island Scheelite, has recently undergone a name change, and this is primarily to reflect the ambition of the company beyond the Dolphin project, and also to pay tribute to tungsten as one of the Group 6 elements on the periodic table. Tungsten's a unique mineral due to its hardness and its wear resistivity. It's got many important industrial applications that are critical to economic development, such as in automotive manufacture, defense, mining, construction. And also it has got many new uses coming online now. One interesting one is use in semiconductors, which is used in the form of tungsten hexafluoride gas, which is used to deposit a thin film of tungsten on the microchips. So that's pretty exciting for tungsten. The Dolphin project is the highest grade project in the Western world, and it has the potential to supply 12% of the tungsten demand going forward outside of China. So the company has got a strong board and executive management team with a proven track record of delivering resource projects of this nature and even bigger. So just quickly, a brief history on the Dolphin project. It was first discovered in 1911 by a prospector named Tom Farrell, who was searching for tin. And Tom stumbled across a mineralization which he later found out was actually tungsten. And this led to the discovery of the tungsten deposit, which was a significant shallow depth deposit undercover. The mine commenced operations in 1917 and had a bit of a checkered history up until its closure in 1990. The mine closed in 1990 due to prolonged depressed tungsten prices. To put that in context, the price of tungsten in 1990 was 1/7 of what it is today. So unfortunately, those prices couldn't sustain the operation. So just draw your attention to the cover slide here. I think this aptly covers our development plan for the Dolphin Tungsten project. So we've got the open cut pit, and we've got an initial 8 years of mining to the east, open cut, and it'll produce about 400,000 tons of ore per annum. Our process plant will be located on the southern side over here, and that will process the ore and produce about 3,500 tons of tungsten concentrate, and the ore will be packed in containers and sent to Grassy Port, where it will be shipped via Melbourne to the export market. So I think this picture pretty aptly covers our pathway to market. So why invest in Group 6? As I mentioned, the project's under construction, so we expect to have revenue in early 2023. It's one of the highest grade deposits in the Western world. It's got a 14-year mine life with significant exploration upside. We've got a proven process flow sheet producing high quality concentrate with high recoveries. Tungsten is ranked internationally as a critical mineral due to its economic importance. And we've got a secure pathway to market through the execution of offtake agreements and private infrastructure to the port. So the company continues to meet its key milestones, having successfully raised 84 million in funding last year, 10 million of that contributed by the Tasmanian government. We commenced construction in January of this year, and we had our official commencement ceremony in February, which was well attended by federal and state government and all the local people. We're getting incredible support for this project on the island. Our process plant construction is due to start in May 2022, with commencement of mining in November. So we're currently on track for first concentrate shipping in March 2023. So I'll briefly touch on this. This is just some photographs to show our progress. So we've completed the earthworks at the process plant, and we're currently mobilizing to commence civil works. Our EPC contractor, Gecko, will mobilize the site in late May to commence the process plant construction. So here's some more photographs here where realigning the ROM pad haul road, and also receiving our concrete batch plant for the civil works. So this is a pretty important slide. This slide ranks us to our peers. So on the y-axis, we've got, on the y-axis we've got the grade, and as you can see, the Dolphin Tungsten project ranks well ahead of its peers in grade. The size of the bubble denotes the size of the reserve, but I think it's important to note that while we're not the biggest reserve, due to the high grade, we've got the most contained WO3. So as everyone knows, grade matters. This allows us to fall within the lowest cost quartile, and also allows us to minimize our environmental impact when developing the mine, because we have to recover less ore. So it's a low-risk mining start. As you saw in the opening photograph, the pit is already developed. We've got an owner-operator mining fleet currently been mobilized to the site. It's high grade, recovering 400,000 tons per annum for the first 8 years, and then a further 6 years at 300,000 tons underground. One of the important things here regarding the environmental impact of this project is that the overburden rock is non-acid forming, which allows us to reuse the rock to develop our tailing storage facility. So we've got sufficient reserves to underwrite the first 14 years of mining, and we've got extensive exploration potential around the mining lease. At Bold Head, At Bold Head, which is located up here, we've got a resource of 1.6 million tons at 0.91%, and we also have some scout drilling that we've completed at Investigator that we aim to go back and drill again in October of this year. So we're confident we could be mining in this area for in excess of 20 years. It's a proven and optimized process flow sheet. We're pretty much using simple gravity and magnetic separation for the coarse fine concentrate. Group 6 has spent a lot of money and time and effort developing and optimizing the fine ore concentrate circuit, and that has led to the introduction of our multi-gravity separators. What these do is improve the performance of the flotation circuit, reducing cost and increasing recovery. The company is committed to ESG, particularly on a sensitive and ecologically sensitive environment like King Island. We've got strict adherence to our project environmental management plans. Along with that, we've also committed 33.7 hectares for land conservation to protect local habitat. And we also have a commitment to prioritize local residential employment where practical. Historically, the Dolphin mine, contributed significantly to the King Island economy, and we're committed to ensure that it can play a significant role again. So as I said previously, tungsten has been identified by many government and agencies as a critical industrial metal. Critical metals are identified due to their their economic importance and their potential supply risk. So as you can see, tungsten is ranked most important for economic importance. This assessment was carried out by the European Commission in 2020. They revise this assessment every 3 years, and we suspect, given the circumstances around COVID and the conflict in Ukraine, that we can see supply risk moving significantly higher once the next revision comes out. So the demand for tungsten, traditionally it's used as cement carbides used in drilling, mainly for cutting tools and high wear resisting parts. We're seeing some new uses for tungsten now in the semiconductor industry, in battery industry, and also for nickel tungsten alloys. So we think this will underpin the growth for demand in tungsten long into the future. So price, tungsten concentrate is referenced off the APT price. So APT is ammonia paratungstate. So the price has kind of experienced some volatile periods between 2019 and 2020. These can be explained by there was a glut in supply due to the Fania metals exchange auction. So they put 28,000 tons of APT into the market, which caused the price to go down. And then the second dip there is as a result of the economic slowdown as a result of COVID. So the prices at the moment are at 8-year highs. We suspect that the fundamentals are in place to support these prices for the rest of the year. But potentially longer term, we can see the price settling down at about $280 per MTU. So as I said, the project is located in King Island, which we think is a strategic location. It's got access to export markets in Europe and America via Melbourne. The company has secured infrastructure between the mine and the port, which gives us private access to the port area for export. And finally, we also purchased the Clarendon College campus, and the intention of purchasing this was that we could provide residential housing for our permanent staff on site. Offtake agreements. So we've executed 2 offtake agreements for approximately 65 to 70% of our forecast production. The offtake agreements have been executed with MBH or WBH and Traxys for an initial term of 4 years. So this will underwrite the first, at today's prices, this will underwrite the first 162 million tons of revenue over that 4 years. So corporate overview. So the company share price is trading at 20 cents or 20.5 cents when I checked there just recently, or just there this morning. We've got 638.8 million pieces of paper on issue. We've got 20.8 million in cash, and we've got 32.5 million in undrawn debt facilities. Market cap of 126 million. So as you can see, we've got a very supportive shareholder register, and the top 10 consists of just over 55% of the total shareholding. The first 4 shareholders there have contributed significantly to the project financing package, which I think validates the project and validates their commitment to redeveloping the Dolphin Tungsten project. We've got a very experienced board and executive management team. We've got Johan Jacobs and Chris Ellis, who've been on the board of KIS now, Group 6 Metals, for the last 10 years and have been instrumental in developing and progressing the project to where it is today. Johan is a finance executive with over 40 years' experience in the listed and non-listed environments. Chris's core skills are in geology, mining and mineral processing. Chris was one of the founding members of XL Coal, which was one of the largest independent Australian coal companies up to when it was acquired by Peabody Energy. Greg Hancock runs his own specialist corporate advisory company and has access to the capital markets in Australia and in the UK. And my name is, I'm Keith McKnight. I'm a mechanical engineer with 22 years experience in developing construction and mining projects. So that's it. Thank you for your time. And if you'd like to come and see us and talk more things tungsten, we've got a booth outside. Thank you.